Hello everyone, this is Princess here, and in today's video we are going to talk about the upcoming Shelke's Lost chapter. So Shelke is coming back with her LD and her level 90 awakening, and Lulu will also be getting level 90 awakening, and she is also getting an LD weapon. So we're going to talk about that, as well as the Lufenia Plus for the fight, or for the Lost chapter. So let's get started. So Lulu's LD weapon is called the Space Mage, and this grants the skill Double Flare Fury. It is a 3-hit AoE Brave full HP attack dealt 4 times. It has a 60% Brave potency and a 120% Stolen Brave overflow. It inflicts fire resist down to all targets for 4 turns after the first HP attack, and then grants 5 stacks of Doll Master for 6 turns. Now at 2 out of 3, when you limit break this, or like just limit breaking in general, it raises Lulu's attack and max Brave. But at the 2 out of 3, it will add a 150% Stolen Brave overflow, and then Doll Master will change her Brave and HP attack variants, so she will have a Brave HP attack plus. So Brave attack plus is just going to be 4 Brave hits, and it raises Doll Master by 1 stack. HP attack plus will be a 3-hit Brave HP attack with a 120% Stolen Brave overflow, and it also raises Doll Master by 1 stack. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. In terms of unique buffs or debuffs or like trap damage or any other sort of unique thing, there's really nothing else to the LD. All it's really doing is just raises Lulu's Doll Master buff to 5 stacks and just improves her Brave and HP attack. So yeah, there's not really anything super special or unique about it. It just does that. But in terms of the calls, so when you call Lulu in to use Double Flare Fury, she will inflict fire resist down, grants fire enchant, and what's actually pretty unique is that for the call, you can combine this with other elements, so you can have sort of 2 elemental enchants. So say you have Rydia in the party and you use Lulu's LD call, you now have fire and water enchant. So that's pretty cool, but I feel like this also would have been better if this was given to her when she's in the party instead of just having it as the call instead. But other than that, this will also have a Party Brave regen based on initial Brave. It raises the party's HP damage and raises Brave damage when the party uses fire attacks. Okay, so for the boss, you will be fighting the Dragonfly. It's this big helicopter boss. And what's going to be different this time around is that it is immune to debuffs that inflict confuse. So for those who don't know, when Shelke's event first dropped in Opera Omnia, there was this cheese strat that was going around that involved Agrius's confusion debuff, and you can just, I think it was like keeping the boss confused, and you can just, like, it wouldn't do anything, and you can just keep dealing damage to the boss until it was dead. But now, for the Lost chapter, it's going to be immune to any sort of confusion-esque debuffs, so you can't do that. And then other than that, so for the orb itself, the orb will appear when the battle starts. You can't cancel it, and to keep the orb up, you can raise it up by 4 when you're dealing fire damage. So aside from Lulu, you can also use VV or Ject or Ignis. I took Ignis with me for this, but you can use either VV or Ject, or Ignis too. And then these are just some of the usual attacks. Keep in mind that, if I can find it right here. So the the boss will still summon like the sweeper add and then have full evasion. So of course you have to get rid of the sweeper first before you can deal damage, or else you're just gonna keep missing. And there was actually this one little strat that I remembered which involved Cyan's LD. Stimpy actually showed this off, and I'm gonna share a link to it in the comments so that you guys can see it for yourself. So if you have Cyan's LD, then that's a little sort of cheatsy method that you can do. So with that being said, we're going to head over to JP now, and I'm going to showcase Lulu's LD. I will be right back. Alright, so we are back on JP. So here's just the layout of what Shelke's Lost chapter looks like. Basically, you're going to start right over here, and then you just work your way down over here to the Lufenia Plus. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's Lulu over here, and right over here is the LD passive, and then I will just cut ahead to the fight. Alright, so we're back in JP now. So here's where the fight starts. Now the orb appears over the boss's head, and he does start by summoning the little sweeper ad, which is very bulky by the way. So make sure you have some DPS or some party support, or just be like me and delete its turns just to give yourself some more time. We're just gonna go through this fight. Alright, so I'm just gonna use this. This name spell whoops are really gonna help out here, even though she's doing very little damage. Let's actually... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me use the Jack Call just to deal a little more damage. Alright, and then we'll use a royal uppercut right here. Alright, we get rid of the boss, or the little add-on, and now the boss gets debuffs. So now what I'm going to do here is double Flare Fury. So fire resist down on the first attack, and then 5 stacks of Dollmaster, and yeah, that's about it. There's really nothing else that happens after that. So honestly, if you're not really like gonna be using Lulu either in the party or as a call, then I don't really know. I mean, I never really used her, so if she's like a favorite, then yeah, then that's where I would recommend pulling for her. But anyway, yeah, she's kind of like in an odd place. Either you don't really need her, or if she's just a favorite, then you can just pull for her. So with that being said, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you will be pulling for Lulu or if you will be pulling for Shelke, and I will see you all next time.